Welcome to Falkirk TV and another week of football in isolation. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. we'll be reliving the full 90 minutes of a classic Falkirk game. With the Falkirk Herald, we ask you to vote for one of three classic Falkirk Rangers victories. The winner with 46% of the votes was the classic 2011-2012 League Cup third round clash in September 2011 at the Falkirk Stadium. Your matchday commentators today are Andy Thompson and Tony Smith.
Darren Dodds, he goes across to his supporters. Rhys Bennett, Farid El Dalaji. You just wonder how these players are feeling right this minute. Huge game for them, a huge game for the club. The biggest game in their careers so far. They'll all be looking to perform well. And again, you look at the diminutive number 11, Craig Sibbald, 16-year-old, this time last year, contemplating doing his standard grades. And here he is now, playing in one of the biggest games against the Scottish champions, Rangers, in this League Cup third round tie. And it'll be Rangers who kick off here at the Falkirk Stadium. Brian Winter tends to let the game flow, so we'll be looking forward to an open attacking game here. Let's see what the youngsters of Falkirk, the Bairns can do against this Glasgow Giant, Glasgow Rangers. Brian Winter just checks his watches, and off we go. Lee McCulloch sends it back to Boccanegra. Turns away. McCulloch comes short. Melalogy closes him down. Played back inside by Doran Sasa-Papach. Cross field it goes to Stephen Whittaker. Across comes Craig Sibbald. Inside it goes to Stephen Davis. Back out to Whittaker. Chipped over the top. Bedoya. Well played out for a throw in to Rangers down the corner. Murray Wallace, of course, on Rangers' books as a youngster before he came to the Falkirk Stadium. Bedoya turns away. Scobie gets his toe in, back to Whittaker. Turns. Played in, only as far as bad ball there by, it was Mark Miller. Alleged as well. Stephen Whittaker though, takes the ball off him, plays it inside. Kyle Lafferty. Back goes to Stephen Davis. Now it's Murray Wallace. Into midfield it goes. David Weatherson uses Mark Miller. Wide on this side is Scobie. It's poor ball though by Scobie. Straight to the feet of Doran Goyen. Worked out the far side to Papach. Here he comes short. Forced back though by Bennett. Picks out Whittaker on this near side. Misses the ball, thrown to Falkirk. McCulloch trying to pick out Whittaker on this near side. Back goes to Murray Wallace. Didn't have his best game on Saturday, but certainly was commanding. Darren Dodds in that kind of sweeper role in the back three. Murray Wallace caught in possession though. Lafferty plays it through to, played back in square. Davis, not square. Driven straight in Michael McGovern. Well, Murray Wallace really took a chance there. Oh, it's a big match for the youngsters, but as I say, didn't have his best match on Saturday. Stephen Presley just giving him a few words of advice. It's Michael McGovern, plays it long, aimed at Al Allergy. Won by Boccanegra. Duffy, only as far as Stephen Davis. Back to Whittaker. Down the line it goes. Murray Wallace plays it out under pressure from David Healy. Seemed to catch Murray Wallace. Should be alright though. David Healy, first a rare start for him, of course, with Nikica Jelavic on the bench. Davis plays it to Boccanegra. Now it's wide to Papach. Far side. Wild. Tries to run at Duffy. Tackle though. Corner to Rangers on that far side. So that's a Papach, will take it. And Mark Miller doubling up there with Duffy. So Lee McCulloch comes short. Healy peels off into the centre. It's aimed at McCulloch. Missed though. Darren Dodds clears it back out. Throw in to Papach. Falkirk defending on their own 18-yard line. Healy comes short. Wild goes in behind. Gets the ball. Picked up by Weatherston. Now Papach. Forced back. All the way back to Goyan. Whittaker out on his near side. Quickly closed down by Sibbald. Forced backwards. Good play from Sibbald. Goyan plays it square to Bocanegra. Back to Bocanegra. To midfield. In the midfield. Kyle Lafferty comes short. Again, Whittaker, target man out here. Cross comes inside. Back to McCulloch. Square it goes to Stephen Davis. Now Papach, first time ball. Aimed at Healy. Back it goes to Davis. Clipped over the top for Wild. Left his marker. Missed by Miles though. Greg Wild. Been all Rangers so far, as you would expect. Probably just settling into the game. Stephen Presley urging his players to bring them up to the halfway line, play the game in Rangers half. McGovern sends it long. Headed back though. Bennett's there, lets the ball run out for a throw into Falkirk. Kieran Duffy will take this one. And down the line, El Allergy there. 1-0 by Greg Well, back to Duffy. Beaten to the ball though, back to Lafferty. Picked up though, now Mark Miller, chance to break. Chased by Stephen Davis. Forced back to Scobie. Uses Miller again. Turns away again. Murray Wallace. Clip forward aimed at El Allergy. Back to Whittaker it comes. He can't keep it in though. Throw into Falkirk. Overhit there by Lee McCulloch. Tam Scobie will take this one into the Rangers half. Sibbald. Played off Bedoya. Scobie looking for options. Really aren't any for him though. Someone's going to have to come short for him. Jay Fulton goes on a run, and behind him El Allergy. Skibbled up, back to Scobie. Flips over the top. El Allergy offside though. Yeah, quite clearly offside there. Not a difficult one for the far side assistant.
Changing shape today, Andy. 5 at the back.
3 with 2 wing backs, but I think it'll be 5 when we're defending. Darren Dodge just sweeping in behind the 2 centre backs of Murray Wallace and good tactics from Stephen Presley. You got young players at the back, have your old head sweep behind them. David Weir did that for many years. Sibbald gets it out to Scobie. Back to Sibbald. Beaten by Whittaker though, picked up by Stephen Davis. Back out to Whittaker. Picks out Stephen Davis though, all too easily. Jay Fulton closes him down, gives it to McCulloch. Wide to Papach. Cross goes Weatherston. Back to McCulloch. Wide on this side, Whittaker. Always seems to be the spare man. Sibbald again comes across, but it's played inside to Davis. Rangers knocking the ball about with aplomb, certainty. Across the whole length or breadth of the field. There's a rain actually, teams down here. But it's Goyan. Comes into the up from the back. Picks out Wild, but then steps Weatherston to knock it into the Rangers half. Papach. Aim forward at Carl Lafferty. Now Miller uses Rhys Bennett. Forward it goes to Jay Fulton. Now Fulton out to Duffy. Duffy, back to Fulton. Weatherston turns away.
Turn.
Spots a run of Duffy. Tries to play it behind him though. Duffy just gets his foot to it, rolls out though. Oh, but tentative from Falkirk at this stage.
You do need to make possession count, Andy, when you've been on the back foot for a little bit up there. Just try and keep the ball up there half, maybe win a free kick or a corner.
Sasa Papach, as a rain, as I say, absolute teams down here.
Reminiscent of when Twaddle scored the winner.
Bennett gets
Turn up the rain.
Bennett gets his head to it. Those Falkirk have beaten Rangers a couple of occasions here at the Falkirk Stadium, so it's not unknown. Weatherson gets it to Mark
This
Miller.
would be the greatest one, though, I'd have to say.
It'll certainly be the most unexpected, I would suspect. I mean, it really is. Darren Dodds was saying, playing with confidence. Mark Miller turns away from Kyle Lafferty. Knocked wide to Murray Wallace. Down the line it goes to Scobie. Tries to play a first time ball, comes off Stephen Whittaker. Thrown to Falkirk, just below us here. Miller, back to Scobie, back to Miller. Uses Rhys Bennett.
Fullback's really high now.
Flipped over the top
Great
for
ball.
Keaton Duffy. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Flipped into the centre. It's just over Allergy. Gets his chest down, but it just bounces away from him.
Good break,
Bedoya,
Andy.
good break, great break, and well found by Rhys Bennett. Fantastic ball it was to Kieran Duffy. Now it's David Healy. Ray Wallace sticks out a foot though. A great break, just unfortunately just behind El Allergy. I'd like to have seen him tack that one in the air. But good play nonetheless. As I say, a fantastic
The
pass.
tactics working though, Andy. Get it fullback right up on the shoulder.
It's back to Stephen Whittaker. Back to Boccanegra. Papach. Wild. Papach goes on a run, chased by Weatherston. Back inside it comes to Lee McCulloch. Driven back across to Stephen Whittaker. Again, Sybil peels off and comes out to face him. Down the line, Healy plays it first time to Bedoya. Back it goes to Whittaker. Closed down by Craig Sybil, but the ball breaks for Stephen Whittaker. Gives it to Lee McCulloch. Waved away by Greg Wild. Papach, but Duffy will get there first. Sticks a toe in. Work back to Lee McCulloch. Flipped over the top, aimed at Bedoya. Scobie slips. Back it goes to Whittaker. Once again, picks out Lee McCulloch. It's now Papach. Comes inside. Uses Healy, gets away from Bennett. Cross to the near post, easily held by Michael McGovern. Been in fine form, Michael McGovern, no, Tony?
Yeah, don't want to jinx him, Andy, but no, he's been steady, Andy. You couldn't fault him. Don't have lost a game in quite a while, so you obviously can't fault him.
El Allergy waits. Beaten by Boccanegra, drops to Jay Fulton. Uses Bennett. Great driven ball again by Bennett. This time it's for Scobie. Cross goes Whittaker. Played in quickly by Scobie. Not back out. Scobie again. Miller. Back it goes to Scobie. Sibbald. Good feet by Sibbald. Back to Miller. Now uses Jay Fulton. Sibbald. Chance to run. Now Scobie. Sibbald goes on a run. Uses Miller. Comes inside Miller. Good turn from Miller. Ball charged down. Picked up by Goyan. Played into midfield. Davis forced to turn away though. Jay Fulton cut off his route. Papach picks out Goyan. Now Whittaker again. We'll be back to Neil Alexander. Plays for cup ties, of course, for Rangers. Wouldn't say that Alan McGregor was dropped because of a mistake against Celtic. Because
it was a howler, though.
It was a cracker.
He's in.
That's way too long. No chance of Bedoya catching that. Yeah, it certainly was a howler, but I mean, he is a quality goalkeeper, Alan McGregor, of that. There's no question. And really, the appearance of Neil Alexander in goals was not really a surprise. He's played in all the cup ties for Rangers and the time he's been at the club. And again, another excellent goalkeeper, so no real surprise. It's a tough game for them on Sunday against Celtic. So they took out the likes of Naismith and Yelovich, who just come back from injury. Colour. Played off to Stephen Davis. Played in. Bennett's there though to knock it clear. Bedoya. Back it goes to McCulloch. Now Davis. Whittaker. Goes back though to Goyan. Now to Bocanegra. I tell you, that wasn't the pass that Bocanegra would have wanted, but Papach out there on the left, right hand side. Kieran Duffy clears it downfield. Allergy, brilliant control. Moroccan. Back to Duffy. Up over the top this time, nobody in anywhere in particular. It's an easy one for Goyan to pick up.
Can have a hard shift on his own, isn't he, the big man?
Neil Alexander takes it away from him.
His family are watching a TV just now, watching this, Andy. It's a family event, it's Watch Falkirk TV.
Well, great welcome from all of us here at Falkirk TV. Your son, uncle, cousin, whatever he is to you, is doing marvellously well here at the Falkirk Stadium. Already loved. Whittaker closed down by Sibbald. That's what Falkirk need to do, just close them down, frustrate Rangers. Bocanegra aimed over the top at Healy. Turns away from Murray Wallace. Brian Winter sees nothing wrong with that. Now Sibbald. Scobie can't get it back to Sibbald. Ball rolls out. Wasn't a good pass by Sibbald. Played Tam Scobie into trouble there. Falkirk got away with it. McCulloch back to Whittaker. Goyan. 15 minutes gone here at the Falkirk Stadium. Rangers a bulk of possession, of course. A great break by Falkirk. Kieran Duffy down the far side. Couldn't quite pick out Farid El Alaji, but it's Papach. Comes inside Weatherson. Clipped in behind. Bennett there though. Takes away from Healy. Clears down the line. Well, as far as Bocanegra. El Alaji there quickly though. Stephen Davis has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. Back out to Stephen Davis. Tony rightly says it'll be a long shift for. It's played over the top. Bennett's there. Brings it down, gets his toe to it. Miller can't quite get there though. Now Kyle Lafferty. Oh, great drive there from Lee McCulloch. Had to spin off a player, dropped it agonising in front of Michael McGovern. Held it well though, Tony.
He did well. Lee McCulloch's quite prone to that, isn't he? The shot from kind of the range that he's no right to shoot from.
Scored against, of course, at Ibrox doing that. An absolute belter it was. Mark Miller. Jay Fulton to Murray Wallace. Now it comes to Scobie. Cross goes to Bedoya. Tries to play Paul past. Telegraphed it all the way though, Scobie.
Gives you a throw in though up the park, Andy. It gives you a wee breather.
Murray Wallace. Back to Scobie. Picks out Darren Dodds. Clipped over the top though. Jay Fulton robs.
There he is on the overlap.
Stephen Davis picks out Duffy on that right hand side. Clipped in by Duffy, over everybody though. Poor one by Duffy. Can't say that too often about the full back.
Ball boy getting around the applause for his control there, Andy. Volleyed it back to the goalkeeper. Sign him.
He's probably 12, he's probably ours.
Be in the first team next year.
Sasa Papach. Inside to Lee McCulloch. And Whittaker picked out in this near side. Sibbald closes him down. Davis. Lafferty having to come deeper and deeper.
Well done, big man.
Robs him. Gives it to Mark Miller. Picks out El Alaji. Flicked on to Jay Fulton. Tries to get away. Gets the second ball, but it doesn't quite bounce for him. Sasa Papach just clears it up in the air.
There's a foul as well, referee.
Bedoya back to Lee McCulloch. Now Papach. Forward to Kyle Lafferty. Lets it run. Picks up the second ball, but Miller does enough to stick his foot in. Now Jay Fulton. Mark Miller. Spots Scobie out in this near side. It's over Whittaker's head. Good ball to Scobie. It'll skin off the turf. Played in by Scobie over everybody's head. Alexander just lets it drop over.
Right enough though, Andy. Get the ball in early, mate.
Goes out for a throw in. Yeah. Play it in early. That's what forwards want. Just over hit there by Scobie.
Two or three chances when we were able to wrap our foot around the ball there, Andy. Oh, and he's just one decent delivery into the box, and you've got a chance.
Especially when you've got El Alaji there. You just remember the goal he scored on Saturday here against Dundee. Diving header from a great effort by Kieran Duffy to get the ball across.
It's a percentage game with forward like that, isn't it, Andy? You just have to keep putting the ball in there.
Yeah, you just keep putting
Give
it in
him a
there.
chance.
Now Duffy does well. Allergy brought down, but it's back with Jay Fulton. Tries to clip it in behind for Weatherston. Does his job though, gets it to Weatherston the second time, but it runs out. Again, that's a real epitomises this Falkirk side. They lose the ball, they don't just stand and look at it, they go back and chase it. They have the defensive duties to do as well. Well drilled and well disciplined. Stephen Davis.
There's Whittaker marauding forward there. Scobie's going to pick him up now.
Whittaker. Back it goes to Neil Alexander. Boccanegra. Diagonal ball aimed at Bedoya. Good control, but Dodge is there to clear it downfield. Go on, forced back to Alexander. Whittaker down the line. Go on, picks out Boccanegra. A little space over there, of course. Falkirk defending really from the halfway line. Now Stephen Davis. Lafferty, but Dodge gets his foot to it.
Read it
Back
well.
as far as Goyan. Picks out Papach. Weatherston tries to get there. First time lay off to McCulloch. Now Davis. Back to McCulloch. Again, Whittaker out this near side, but uses Davis again. Now it's Whittaker. Again, Sybil does the track across. Driven in, headed away by Scobie. Allergy picks up the loose ball. Turns away from Davis. On his own though. Really no support. Go on, gets it to Boccanegra. Again, Papach. Rangers build again. Wild this time. Papach ahead of him. Inside it comes to McCulloch. Diagonal ball aimed across here, but it's way overhit by Lee McCulloch. Good pressing from Falkirk, forcing him to play long balls into space when they're really difficult ones to play. Manny Wallace miscontrols, gets it back to his goalkeeper though. Gregor aims at Allergy. Chase it down. Weatherston gets it to Sybil. Scobie played in behind for Sybil to chase. Whittaker on his tail. Turns away though. Turns away from Sybil. Gets it back to him though. Good play by Craig Sybil. Never gave up. When you think one's an internationalist and the other one's
the other one's going to be.
A lot of people here to see Craig Sybil tonight. Aimed at Bedoya. Heads it on. Healy. Scobie. Jay Fulton. Caught in two minds, there's Fulton. Davis gets it to Goyan, forward to Kyle Lafferty. Lays it off. Off he goes in a run. Healy tries to pick him out. Dodds follows Lafferty. Allowed to turn. Played inside. Bedoya. Square across to Papach. Comes inside Weatherston. Gets there though. Good play from Falkirk. Sybil now to Fulton. Mark Miller's on a run. Scobie out in this near side. Davis jogs across back to Jay Fulton. Raking pass aimed at Duffy. Didn't quite got the legs, but Duffy will catch this.
That's a corner, Andy. That'll do it.
First corner of the game goes to Falkirk. Good pressure from Falkirk.
Great ball. Real composure about Falkirk when we've got the ball. Don't look phased at all, Andy.
.21.5 minutes on the clock. First corner of the game to Falkirk. Mark Miller jogs across to take it. All the big men up. Bennett about to join them. Wallace in there.
You've got
Scobie
to
in
score
there.
from this, Andy.
Dodds in there. So driven in by Miller. Met in the near post though by Sasa Papach. There's a throw into Falkirk. Mark Miller. Healy jogs across to cut off the run of Kieran Duffy, who Mark Miller throws the ball to. Mark Miller waiting for the ball. Duffy could have given it to him. Again, then just throws it after Jay Fulton's away, but drops to Reece Bennett. Uses Miller. Back to Dodds. Tries to pick out Scobie. Whittaker there though, first. Bedoya back to Whittaker, swaps passes. Davis back to Bedoya. They just play themselves nicely out of trouble there. Papach.
Can have the ball though at the edge of their own box, Andy.
Bocanegra up to Papach. McCulloch again, free in the centre. Falkirk retreat to the halfway line. Goyan. Back to McCulloch. Goyan. Davis something to come short. Bocanegra picks up the loose ball. Knocks it wide to Papach. Cross goes Weatherston. Back to Davis. Bocanegra. Aimed at Lafferty. Dodds waits. Drops for Bedoya. Again well saved by McGovern. And Lafferty. Darren Dodds backing off. Lafferty nodded the ball down. Bedoya's shot easily held by Michael McGovern, but what concern Stephen Prelly. McGovern knocks it long. Nodded on by Al Alaji, but Neil Alexander will get there. Keeps it in. Stephen Whittaker. To Papach. Bocanegra. Davis. Whittaker. Scobie waves Sybil behind him. Closes Stephen Davis down, and back he goes to Bocanegra.
21.
Long. It's way too long. Bedoya's not going to catch that one. Oh, Falkirk forcing him into it, they're forcing him back and allowing the centre them will play long balls.
Play long balls. I think the danger there was Scobie was a bit out of position there, Andy. So they were able to play a diagonal ball.
Scobie at full back. Allergy comes down the line, marked by Stephen Whittaker. See it's aimed at. Whittaker wins it though. Mark Miller. Wide to Stephen Kieran Duffy. Cross goes Greg Wild. Inside it comes to Sibbald. Pulls off on that far side. Stops and turns. And Jay Fulton now. Back out the far side. Back to Mark Miller. The ball aimed at Al Alaji. Gets ahead of it. Oh, it says no. Falkirk fans clearing for a penalty there, but referee Brian Winter says no. Good ball in by Miller though, picked out Al Alaji. Looks as if he's trying to knock it back for a Falkirk player. No one there though. Now Wild.
You're not getting a penalty against this lot, Andy, unless it's absolutely blatant, are you? The referees don't want the slaughter in the press.
Now Whittaker. Again, Sybil makes the run.
You can't comment, can you?
Oh, stays away from Craig Sibbald. Driven in. Darren Dodds clears. Sibbald. Over his shoulder. Can only control the ball out for a throw into Rangers. McCulloch goes short. It's thrown to Greg Wild. He's moved into midfield now. Uses Papach. He can try and mix it up a bit. Papach. Across it comes to Whittaker. Again, Sybil's out here. Falkirk keeping their shape. Back to Whittaker. Forced back to Bocanegra. And Stephen Davis on that far side. Comes inside. Now McCulloch. Weatherston picks him up. Back out to Greg Wild. Played in by Wild. Lafferty gets his head to it. Whittaker steps away from Sibbald. Uses Bedoya. Clipped into the centre. Headed cleared by Darren Dodds. Now Sibbald in the chase with Lafferty.
One sub. Show more football on his son.
El Alaji.
Oh,
brought down by Goyan.
Brilliant.
Fantastic turn there by El Alaji. Goyan does apologise for the tackle. Doesn't do Falkirk any good because El Alaji would have been away, Tony.
It was a good foul, to be fair. It was a sensible foul from the Rangers player, but that'll give Sibbald a wee bit of confidence. That'll give Alaji a bit of confidence, and then you'll see that's how it builds in a game like this, Andy. Just a little bit of time.
Held off Kyle Lafferty. Used his body. I mean, this is a real prospect. Mark Miller aimed at Dodds. Nodded down behind everybody. Sybil picks up the loose ball. It's to Weatherson, back to Sibbald. Wide it goes to Scobie. Comes inside Whittaker. Back it goes to Miller. Square it goes to Jay Fulton. Steps inside. Back to Miller.
Get the ball in, the big men are there, son.
Clipped in, aimed at
That's
Darren
it.
Dodds at the far post. Gets his head to it, but off balance though.
The interesting thing there, I don't know if you can see in the camera, is both Reese and Dodd stayed up there for that entire phase of play, Andy.
It's Bocanegra. Midway through the first half, still 0-0. Bocanegra, short comes Davis. Back to Bocanegra. Bit of attacking there from Falkirk. There's not been a lot of activity, you have to say, in the Falkirk box. A couple of long range saves by Michael McGovern, but nothing really
One
to
way
test
that
them.
continue. I think the important thing is you don't lose an early goal, isn't it?
Well, you've seen off the difficult bit, that's the early goal.
Let's get to half time now and then take it from there, Andy.
Papach. Davis. Clips over the top, but way too hard. McGovern, easy one for him. Dodds did well, holding off Lafferty. Be encouraged by the fact that Craig Sibbald held off Lafferty, so...
To be fair, I think Craig Sibbald's a better footballer, Andy. £2.5 million they paid for him, didn't they?
Well, allergy arms all over him. He gets his head to it though. Jay Fulton, brilliant control there from the youngster, gets out to Duffy. Back goes to Fulton. Clips over the top. Good play by
Right idea.
Fulton. Almost squeezed it down the line for Duffy. Good invention though. Was his father, ex-Celtic player of course, Stevie Fulton. No doubt brought him in that great club's tradition. He's been under all sorts of pressure early in his career, and Billy McNeil compared him to the great Baggio.
He was a good player when he was with us, so to be fair, Andy.
He was very good. Don't think he quite hit the heights of Baggio though. Now Duffy.
He was
Looking for
better at
options.
penalties.
Wide it goes to Weatherson, yet to see him. Comes inside. Sibbald. Tries to flick it on, back to Weatherston. Over the top it goes,
Nearly.
still too much as it's rolled out to Whittaker. Cross comes Sibbald. Scobie can't get there, so it's played back in the midfield to McCulloch. Wide is
There's
Wild on
Whittaker
that far
free.
side.
Scobie, you need to come across, son. The ball's getting switched.
Papach. Behind to Stephen Davis. Forced back. Wild plays it in. Cleared by Murray Wallace. Good control there by Miller. Gets it to Sibbald. Allergy. Back it comes to Murray Wallace. Chance to break. Now Scobie. Oh, just overhit. Apology from Murray Wallace. None really required. Just overhit the pass. It was the right ball.
Scobie's playing really quite advanced, isn't he? He's trying to, I suppose you're trying to keep Whittaker back by pushing on.
You're learning about football, Tony.
Had a chat with Stephen.
The Rangers' outballs are always Papach and Whittaker overlapping fullbacks. If you can keep them pinned back with your overlapping fullbacks, in our case Duffy and Scobie, then you've got better chance of
2-on-1 there. Well done,
well
Muzzer.
done by
You had to
Wallace.
win that.
Yeah, played the ball out. 2-on-1 there. Scobie out of position. Lafferty and
Stephen
Bedoya.
Presley is prone to phoning me up if you're too harsh, Andy, and I get the row.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Square it goes to Bocanegra. Now Lee McCulloch. Healy comes short, pulls away. Papach it goes to. Comes inside. Weatherston. Fourth back to Bocanegra though. For options. It's Papach again as Weatherston tracks across. Played into Healy. Turns away neatly from Bennett. Duffy
Great
there,
tackle,
quickly
Duff.
though. Doesn't allow Wild any space. Throw into Rangers. 14 minutes of the first half to go. Falkirk 0, Rangers 0. Wild. Duffy gets here quickly.
There's a foul on.
Held up there by Bocanegra. Goyan though. Back he goes to his goalkeeper. No point in Allergy chasing that one. Alexander plays it through the middle. Bennett waits. Wins his header. Jay Fulton nods it on, only as far as Stephen Davis. Papach again. Wide on this side. Whittaker decides not to use him. Played through the centre to Lafferty. Jay Fulton gets in
Have to
behind
track him,
Lafferty on a
son.
run.
Stay up.
Forced him to turn away. Back it goes to Davis. Whittaker on this near side. Scobie. Now Davis. Stopped by Miller. Knocks it wide to Papach again. Further to Wild. Turns away from Weatherston. Square to Davis. Whittaker, Bedoya this time the spare man. Davis again, that linchpin. 1-2 with Bedoya. Rangers going backwards. That's played into the edge of the area to Healy. Back again to Papach. Good defending from Falkirk, now Lee McCulloch. Knocks square to Goyan. Bedoya. Murray Wallace comes out. Civil slips. Bedoya plays it in. Heading clear though. Yeah, free kick there. Papach for a foul
anyway,
on
didn't he?
Reece Bennett, but McGovern got there anyway.
Cleared
Good
the
play
line.
from Falkirk, just patient, let them play the ball, go for the ambitious pass and then pick it off.
That's it. I mean, you're making them do something spectacular. So as long as we don't go to sleep on when we've not got the ball, Andy, they're going to have to do something special. And then we're set up for the counter.
See, I've been talking to Stephen Presley.
Stephen phones me all the time, but usually for a moan.
This time Alalaji gets it out to. Oh, good play from Falkirk. Wild's there, forced into
Well
hurried
done,
pass
Duffy.
though. Weatherston and Duffy seem to have already got an understanding down that right hand side.
It's a male Weatherston since he's come into the team.
Hope he scores a spectacular goal like he did on Saturday. What a goal that was.
He scores. Tapping would do.
What a goal that was.
Fluke would do.
Kieran Duffy looking for options. Fulton goes one way, gets the ball back, gives it to side to Weatherston. Now Duffy. Comes outside Duffy. Up to the far post. Oh, headed just behind. Good play from Falkirk.
Much better, Andy. Much better. That ball just needed a bit more pace on it for the striker there, didn't it, Andy? Had to do all the work with his neck.
Well, fair play to the Rangers defender though. Bocanegra got back there, managed to get the header in. Seemed to be going nowhere, but forced him headed behind. Another corner, second corner of the game. Mark Miller again. This time it's the usual line up at the back post. And they all peel off. Driven in by Mark Miller.
That's it.
Alalaji gets there, drops Alalaji. Oh, drives off the line. Oh, knocked over the top by Reece Bennett. What a shot that was by Alalaji.
I thought that was in, Andy.
Hit Greg Wild on the line. Absolutely tremendous drive there from Alalaji. Came off Greg Wild and Reece Bennett drove it over the bar.
That gives us a bit more confidence again, Andy, that we're played our way into this tie.
10 minutes before half time.
That's the best chance of the game.
Certainly was the best chance of the game. Then Bocanegra. Davis. Bocanegra as Rangers just compose themselves again. Back retreat Falkirk to the halfway line. Aimed over the top. Dodds waits. Scobie. Now Mark Miller. Uses angles to pick out Kieran Duffy. Inside it comes to Weatherston, but it's blocked off though. Now Stephen Davis.
You keep him out there, Marky.
Duffy chases Greg Wild and catches him. Good play from Duffy, taken off to him by Reece Bennett. Now Jay Fulton, back it goes to Reece Bennett. Inside to Mark Miller, Bennett goes off on a run. It's Scobie. Played in, knocked away though by Goyan to Stephen Whittaker. Bennett's out of position.
Still got a back four though, Andy.
Lee McCulloch knocks it wild to Greg Wild. Jay Fulton's back quickly. Well, plays it to the edge of the area to Kyle Lafferty, lets it run though under his foot. Right.
Told you Sibbald was a better player.
Cam Scobie gives it to Sibbald. Bedoya faces him. Now Miller. Flipped over
He's
the
in.
top for Jay Fulton. He's in behind Goyan. Good run from the youngster. Back it comes to Scobie. Allergy at the far post, beyond him though. Duffy comes in, cleared away.
Aye, the brakes on, Duff. You'll need to get your bikes on.
Now Boccanegra breaks from the back.
Game opening up a bit now, Andy.
Inside it comes to Lee McCulloch. Bedoya. Falkirk again back in numbers. Stephen Whittaker. 8 minutes before half time. Stephen Davis. Again to Wild. Plays it in early. Oh, way too hard though. Murray Wallace lets it bounce. Scobie heads it on and out for a throw in. Did the right thing. As I say, when Scobie defends, he's a good player. It's when he starts to think he's a football player that the problems arise. Knocked off to Stephen Whittaker. Too hard though. Turns. Forced back to Goyan. Whittaker again. Back to Goyan. Now Davis. Falcon maintain their line. Flipped over the top for Lafferty. Murray Wallace gets his head to it.
Darren
Across
Dodds,
is Darren Dodds.
He came from nowhere, Andy, didn't he? That goal written all over it.
Murray Wallace struggling to get there as Lafferty was right onto it, but the cross came Darren Dodds.
Murray Wallace's problem there was it was 2-1, Andy.
There's a bit swirly wind as well because it's fairly windy here.
Yeah, to be fair. You're right for a change.
David Healy turns away, chased by Scobie, back to Whittaker. Sibbald up.
His players keep him there.
Back out to Healy. Whipped in, headed cleared by Dodds again. Duffy does well, gets his foot to it, does well Duffy. And Boccanegra.
Stephen Presley waving them out, trying to kill the
And
space.
Stephen Davis. Getting to Whittaker. This time it's Mark Miller. Played diagonally by Darren Dodds is there though. Weatherson beaten in the air by McCulloch, gets it out to Wild. Whipped in. Dodds misses it to Lafferty. Driven shot. Murray Wallace uses his pace to get across there.
Just couldn't keep that in, could he?
Oh, good defending by Falkirk. But much space in that defence though for me.
Stevens wanting them up the park a bit, and the two banks of four, the four and the five and the four closer together.
So Stephen Davis out there. Quickly in though.
Jay Fulton now.
Throw in. Well, Jay Fulton claims it was his. Brian Winter decided it was Rangers, so there's only going to be one of that argument. Healy turns away from Duffy. Square across it comes. Sibbald picks up the loose ball. Can't quite keep it in touch though. Whittaker. And played away by Scobie. Sibbald.
Inside you.
Inside it goes to Mark Miller. Just overhit though.
Offside, ref.
Offside, Kyle Lafferty. Well, good
play
break.
again though, isn't it?
If it just been slightly less underhit by Sibbald,
Pitch is
Miller
wet as well, isn't it?
Miller would have been away. Now Murray Wallace. Put there by Kyle Lafferty. Darren Dodds. Well, Allergy. That's who he's aimed at. Headed down. Referee decided that's a free kick for a foul by Allergy on Whittaker. Not sure about that one myself. 5 minutes to go before half time. As Goyan plays it right across the field to Sasa Papach. Now Davis.
Scobie, you need to drop one. I see what you're doing.
Back it goes again to Boccanegra, out to Papach. Cross goes Weatherston. To space to Healy. Wild. McCulloch. Whittaker's a spare man, and once again, tracks a long way, Craig Sibbald. Clipped over the top for Bedoya. That's going to get there. Play to the near post. Darren Dodds though clears it away. Tam Scobie just waits. Now,
There's what?
Mark Miller.
Switch! He's in.
It goes to David Weatherston. Oh, just tips over by Weatherston. Spotted the chance, spotted Alexander off his line. But what a great pass from Mark Miller.
Brilliant pass from Miller. He saw it. He heard the shout, and you could see him looking up and found him. Great play, great run as well. You have to credit the runners to give him the angles, Andy.
Certainly was. Ali Allergy took it to two players, and that allowed Weatherston the space He saw what he was doing, looked up, saw the goalkeeper off his line, tried to put it in the top corner. Fortunately, it just dipped over. Bedoya stands away from Murray Wallace into Davis. Papach. Moving into the danger time when you're playing the Old Firm. A couple of minutes before each half when you think you've got to half time. That's when they tend to hit you with the late goals. Davis gets it out to Wild, comes inside. Clip to the far post. Headed over. Saved by...
Brave goalkeeping as well, Andy.
Yeah, very brave by Michael McGovern. David Healy tried to get there. There'll be teammates in the Northern Ireland squad, of course.
Kyle Lafferty down injured, just play on.
Well, three of them will know each other.
Don't know miss them anyway.
Well, Rhys Bennett just played that one away. And that could have been an own goal because the referee hadn't stopped play. And Darren Dodds having a real go at him. And instead he's giving away a corner. Lee Bullen standing here has no idea why he did that.
Think he thought the whistle had gone?
Well, it hadn't gone. The referee has awarded a corner. They're saying to Bennett, nothing I can do.
Rangers
it's a corner
are going to
Rangers.
be scoring though, I think, by the looks of it.
Well,
credit to them.
But that could have been an own goal because it was just a yard this side of the post. I mean, it could have been an own goal, Tony.
Ali McCoy's telling his team to get back down the park. And he's telling Lafferty to get down the park. Well done, number 15, and well done the Rangers management team.
Yeah, good for them. But that could have been
on Kyle Lafferty, though.
But that could have been an own goal because when Bennett played that back, it was in play. Luckily, and with Michael McGovern off his line, it dipped just this side of the post. If that had gone in, it's a goal, Tony.
Andy Dinny, I'd be crying if that went in.
Weatherson nods it on. Goyan takes it away. A real fine Goyan. Healy. Back it goes to Whittaker. Into the final minute. Bennett gets his head to it. Only as far as Wild though. Lets it run out for a throw in.
I don't think any of his teammates could quite believe that, Andy.
Well, we certainly couldn't believe it up here. I've no doubt Stephen Fraser will have a real go at him at half time. Having played so well, to give away a goal like that would have been an absolute tragedy.
There's a
Lafferty
dive,
goes down.
it's a dive,
It's a dive. It's just not interested.
That's simulation.
Miller picks out Scobie. Now Sibbald, good one-touch stuff. Plays it through for Alalaji. He's offside though. Yeah, I think the far side assistant got that right.
Just as the ball was placed, he tried to bend his on Andy, but he was.
Good ball from Sibbald. Quick feet from Scobie. First time ball in. Papach out to Wild. Takes it away from Duffy. Chased over by David Weatherston. Whips the ball in. Bennett nods it behind for a real corner for Rangers this time.
Important to see it out now, Andy, to half time. Vital we see this out.
Well, that's a 45 come and gone, so we're into time added on. As I say, danger time for clubs. You think you've got to half time. Played into the far post. Two Rangers players up for it. Goyan and Bedoya both going for the same ball, glad to say.
Yep.
Head it past the far post. Well, certainly this is not less than Falkirk deserve. 0-0 draw at half time. But the better chances. Some great running from Kieran Duffy. Played the ball to the back post. Alalaji just couldn't get on the end of it. Then another break where Sibbald or Miller picked out the run of half time. It is. Good open game, obviously. Rangers have most of the possession. Falkirk have defended brilliantly. back to the Falkirk Football Programme live with Andy Thompson. As Falkirk appear for the second half, no changes. And the same, no changes for this Rangers side. Falkirk acquitted themselves well, defended in depth, tried to hit on the break, and had arguably the best chances in that first half. But almost a disaster for Rhys Bennett. As Falkirk restart the second half. Mark Miller, diagonal run of Kieran Duffy, but Tassa Papach is there to mop up. Gets a return from Stephen Davis. Plays it long, aimed at Lafferty. Nods it on. Murray Wallace. Finds Sibbald, lays it off for Fulton. Just overhit though, or underhit rather. And Goyan. Whittaker again. Healy comes short. Back to Whittaker. Inside to Davis. Across this near side to Papach. Wild down the line. Back to Papach. Peels away. Knocks in behind. Foul by Kieran Duffy on Greg Wild. Spotted by the stand side assistant. Early chance for Rangers to put it into the penalty area. Tassa Papach. Goyan at the back post. Bennett. Heads it clear. Now Weatherston. Picks out Miller. He loses control though. Drops to Stephen Davis. Clipped in. Healy. Well, as far as Weatherston though. Uses Duffy. Plays in behind for Sybil to chase. Bocanegra there though. Let's go back to his goalkeeper. Back to Bocanegra. Papach. Bocanegra. Falkirk retreat again into their own half. Goyan. Let's a run as far as Duffy. Jay Fulton. Steps away from Lafferty. Clips out wide to Scobie. Never going to get there though. Scobie does field the ball. Gets it back from Miller. Now Sibbald. Miller again. Murray Wallace. Back to Miller. Final ball aimed at Duffy. Can't just keep it in though. Now Wild on the run. Chased by Fulton. Plays it to the post. Cleared away there by Murray Wallace. Good break by Rangers. Duffy caught out. Kept the ball in only for the Rangers player to win it. El Alaji. Free kick on Bocanegra. Goyan takes it quickly. Whittaker. Wide it goes to Bedoya. Back it comes to McCulloch. Wild hugs the touchline out here. Papach it works it too. Edge of the area to Davis. Lafferty turns away. Driven wide by Lafferty. Good turn. Davis looking for a return ball. Didn't get it. So Michael McGovern will send this one downfield. Rangers, as they did in the first half, started the brighter of the two sides. Took Falkirk some time to settle into the game. But once they settled, they certainly created some difficult times for Rangers. Played long by McGovern. Alaji up, wins the ball. If it says he held down McCulloch, wants a word with him. Brian Winter. That's a Papach. Boccanegra. Flipped over the top. Bennett waits. Ball drops to Healy. Flicked over the top. Wallace waits. Clears the ball. Jay Fulton misses it. Nods it down to Weatherston. Plays it only as far as McCulloch. Drives it. Corner to Rangers. First corner of the second half. Chance for Greg Well to put it in. Near post. Misses everybody. Chased out there by Kyle Lafferty. Murray Wallace follows him out. Flip back in. Dodds clears it. And Miller completes the clearance. Played back in by Sasa Papach, only as far as Michael McGovern. Good defending from Falkirk, Tony.
Yeah, you get the feeling 1 goal's all it's going to take today for either side, Andy.
Duffy gets here first. Tries to play it first time. Murray Wallace waits. Good control. Picked up by Miller. Drives on. Steps away. Driven shot. Almost sneaks in. Just sneaked past there by Neil Alexander. Shot by Mark Miller. Had Alexander going the wrong way. It was deflected. But he managed to get his hands to it. Corner for Falkirk.
That's better, Andy, isn't it? Make the keeper make the save.
Got lucky, Mark Miller, wasn't it, with a lot of power, but the deflection was enough to almost sneak it in.
Especially on the skiddy surface.
Release Bennett goes to join the. He's told to wait till Bennett gets there. Mark Miller drives it in. Algie misses it, drops to Craig Sibbald. Shot again cleared by Davis. Lafferty. Yeah, free kick. Murray Wallace fell by Lafferty. Argue all he likes. Brian Winter got that one absolutely right. He was 5 yards from it. And as Murray Wallace was favourite to win it, he was nudged in the back by Lafferty. Mark Miller stands over it with Tam Scobie. Brian Winter paces out the wall. He's Bennett, stands on the penalty spot, offside obviously, but
makes it difficult for the marker to mark him.
Driven by Mark Miller, just past that far post. Good effort from Mark Miller.
Certainly not been outclassed tonight, Andy, are we?
Certainly not. It's just you wonder if experience tells as the game goes on, you get mentally tired, you're young. Stephen Naismith looks as if he's going to make an appearance. Ali McCoy's not happy with what he's seen in his team. Papach back to Boccanegra. Now Goyan. Zipped over the top. Darren Dodds waits.
Did well there, didn't he?
Clears it out for a throw in to Rangers on the far side. Bedoya over there. Uses Stephen Davis. Forced to turn back. Chased down by Tam Scobie. Boccanegra now under pressure from El Alaji. Gets to Papach. And Boccanegra again. After looking for it over the top. Wild comes short. Uses Papach. Peels away. Chased by Duffy. Boccanegra. 6,493 punters here tonight. Falkirk's biggest crowd of the season, needless to say. Well, yeah, free kick. That should be a booking for Stephen Davis. It is indeed a yellow card for Stephen Davis. Jay Fulton threw the ball off him.
That must be clicks through the turnstile as opposed to tickets sold.
Well, some spaces here. I suspect that some tickets are sold and they maybe didn't appear. Murray Wallace. Driven out his near side to Duffy. Scobie and Wallace really made a mess of that, so it's going to be Yelovich
as well.
Yelovich and coming on.
Doy's seen enough, eh?
Papach gets it to back to Wild. Chased by Fulton, up to Duffy. Corner to Rangers, comes off Duffy. It's a throw in, it's gone out, so it's a throw in to Falkirk.
Well done, the assistant linesman there, Andy. Good decision.
Well, it's either assistant referee or linesman. Which one is it, Tory? He's not an assistant linesman.
You're right, whatever.
Duffy, Allergy can't keep it in, so it's a throw into Rangers this time. Substitution for Rangers. After 55 minutes, that's David Healy goes off and Jelavic is on for Rangers. Lafferty, Papach. Back it goes. Boccanegra. Played in, Dodds waits, heads it clear. Sibbald. Headed back. Dodds cushion header for Miller to clear it downfield. Goyan. Knocks it wide to Davis. Out it goes to Whittaker. Driven forward, but headed clear by Murray Wallace. Allergy does well, gets his foot into it, beaten to the touch. Now Lee McCulloch. Papach. Wild. Taken away by Jay Fulton. Back to Weatherston. Now inside to Mark Miller. Bennett. Good play by Jay Fulton, took it away from Kyle Lafferty. Throw into Falkirk. Kieran Duffy. Back he goes to Bennett. Gets caught in possession there by Lafferty though.
You don't get that kind of time on the ball, do you, Andy?
No, you don't get at this level. Duffy gets his head to it. Another throw into Rangers. Papach works his way down the touchline. Wild comes short. Lafferty peels off. Lafferty now comes short. Back to Papach. Played in field. Knocked back by McCulloch. A little bit frantic from Rangers. Murray Wallace though beaten by Bedoya. Turns away. Whittaker. Back it goes to McCulloch. Davis gives it to Papach. Across it goes to Wild. Steps inside Weatherston. Uses Davis again.
Good
Taken by
Sibbald.
Played to Fulton. Great feet from Fulton. Murray Wallace. Flipped forward, aimed at Miller. Inside it comes to Miller again. Chance to turn. Duffy on the run.
Now.
Slips it through. Duffy. Chance to look up. Clipped into that far post. Headed clear though. Jay Fulton will pick up the loose ball. Again to Miller. Clipped over the top for Duffy to chase. He's in behind. Clipped to the far post. Headed in.
Yes!
A great goal from Falkirk. Duffy to the near post on the run. Play to the far post. Great goal, Tony.
Oh, same as Saturday. That man is a hero of mine. What a play by by Kieran Duffy. Barry told me in the car during the week, I was giving them a lift somewhere, Duffy makes 70% of all our goals. There you go.
But you got to say also a marvellous ball by Mark Miller.
Ball.
Played in behind the full back. He couldn't turn. Wild was left by Duffy.
Oh, Andy.
Perfect cross to the far post.
Time.
And Allergy nods into the back of the net. Gone 59 minutes. It's Falkirk 1, Rangers 0. Stephen Naismith about to make his appearance on the night. Now Davis. McCulloch.
That was amazing, Andy.
Papach. Steps inside Weatherston. Lafferty. Out it goes to Wild. Down the line it goes. Jelavic. Overhit though. Chance for a substitution. So on the hour mark. Off goes Bedoya, and on comes Stephen Naismith.
He's had a game actually, the boy there.
Well, well seen how seriously Ali McCoy was taking that. He had his main strike force on the bench, and they're both now on. The ball drifts out. Weatherson tries to knock it forward.
And it's not been against the run of play in the second half at all. That was a deserved goal.
Well, it was well worked, you've got to say that.
Yeah, good football.
Can Falkirk defend? This would be a fabulous victory for this young side.
Got a long way to go yet though.
McCulloch, half an hour still to go. Now Naismith. Well, steps past Jay Fulton. Now Jelic, allowed to turn. Picks out Wild. Duffy chases him though. Weatherson picks up the loose ball. Oh, poor ball though. Gives it to Papach. Steps inside. Uses McCulloch. Chance to line up. Picked up by Naismith. Clips over the top. Scobie clears it clear. McGovern punches it and played behind by Scobie. Last ditch defending by Falkirk, but they got it clear.
It's going to be like the Alamo now, Andy. They're going to throw everything at us. Just felt Weatherstone, that was on his wrong foot, wasn't it? He was just trying to avoid the corner.
Stephen Davis will send this one into the box. Jelic now in there, of course. And it comes. Head into the arms of Michael McGovern. No safer place. Now comes the nightmare countdown for the Bairns. Can they score again?
Sybil, they're telling him to calm down. Can they hold the ball?
Can they win this? Can they beat the mighty Rangers? Allergy beating
I've only seen it twice in my lifetime.
Bennett turns.
Turn away, son, turn away.
Then caught by Lafferty. Now Wild gets forward. Chased by Duffy. Miller, chance to break. Weatherstone wide. Off he goes in a run.
Now,
Can Miller find him? Well, Allergy slips, not filled up. Now Naismith. Chance to run at Duffy. Duffy gets the ball up. Mark Miller slides it out. Miller and Naismith have words. Down the lane goes to Lafferty. Beats Bennett.
He'll fall, son.
Bennett sticks with him though. Played to the edge of the area. Fulton gets his foot in. Falkirk calmly play it out. Sibbald and Fulton. Try to pick out Weatherson. Overhit ball. Now Wild. Jelic peels off at the back post. Controls it in this Naismith's path. Hits the post and bounces out. Well, Falkirk got lucky there. The Scobie clears.
That's your warning, Andy.
Well, good play by Stephen Naismith. Picked up the ball from Jelic. Perfect shot past Michael McGovern. You can see he got his angles right because it hit the post. Falkirk got lucky. Now Papach in behind. Played across the face of goal. Drops to McCulloch. Driven, clear. Again it comes off Dodds.
They're going to have a spell, Andy. We just have to weather the storm now.
3 minutes, Falkirk have been ahead and the pressure's all been Rangers.
They've upped the tempo, haven't they, Andy?
Stephen Davis will send this one into the penalty area. Just past the post.
I don't know if I can be able to watch this, Andy. Never mind commentate on it.
Again, the Rangers fans just beside us here thought that was in, and I have to say, so did I. But luckily, it was past that far post. Chance for Falkirk to regroup. A marvellous goal by Farid El Alajay. 9 goals in 10 games. What a striker he is. But a great run again by Kieran Duffy. Got to the byline, looked up, played the perfect pass to the back post. And there was El Alajay to send the ball into the back of the net. If I'd been selfish, I'd like him to have scored that in the 89th minute, but instead of the 59th minute. Head knock for El Alajay. Clash with Lee McCulloch. Waves on the physio. Give Falkirk a chance to calm down and regroup. Well, with Celtic 2-0 up at Ross County. You never know, we might have to split the stand again, Tony.
Oh, definitely. This head knock's probably Sorry Farid, but it's coming just at the right time. Give us a little bit of a break, reorganise.
Well, you remember Dundee as well. He got a head knock on Saturday and then he went, it was like a man possessed.
Yeah, he told me he was angry. He had 4 stitches on Saturday night and he said he was angry.
And off he comes. He really does take it. What a goal record he has. There's David
He said,
Weathers.
you know what he likes about Scottish football? He said he likes the spirit. If you miss a pass, as long as you chase back and get the ball, the fans love you.
Worked out to Whittaker. Takes on Sibbald. Sibbald gets back though. Manages to stumble past Jay Fulton.
Mark
Comes off
Miller, great play.
Well, good covering again from Mark Miller.
Track
Corner
back.
to Rangers. Fourth corner of the second half.
He tracked back a long way there, Andy. Didn't he lose his man?
More defending for Falkirk to do. Naismith jogs up to the right on the goal line. Driven in by Davis. Tipped over by McGovern. Another corner for Rangers.
They'll fizzle out, Andy, if we can just 5-6 minutes of this.
Greg Wild now a chance to send into the danger area. Falkirk got big men in there, they need to get it clear. So curl outwards towards the penalty spot. Jelovic peels off Bennett. Scobie there though. Heads the ball out.
Need a second one to finish this, Andy, don't we?
Ever the optimist, but Papach
Why not? He dived.
fell by Allergy. That
That's
means he'll
never
pick
a
up a
booking.
yellow card.
Is that him out the next round? No?
Rangers try to take it quickly, drawn back by Brian Winter. Sasa Papach. Jelovic right on the 18-yard line, right in the middle of it. Behind him, Kyle Lafferty. That's who it's driven at. Allergy gets his head to it, drops for Stephen Davis.
That's
Played
a good
wide
ball.
to Wild. Chip to the far post. Headed cleared by Murray Wallace. Whittaker now. Back it goes to Naismith. Closed down by Wallace. Takes it away from him as Wallace. Now Wallace on his own. Weatherston using his pace. Sybil picks up the loose ball. Moves it into Miller. Now Kieran Duffy on the run. He steadies things up. Miller picks out Jay Fulton. Turns away, gives it back to Murray Wallace.
There's a foul, ref. That's a
Referee
blatant
said
foul,
no.
Andy.
Well, certainly attacking
Tackle
from behind.
2-footed.
Clipped in towards Lafferty.
27 Duff.
Wild now on his own. Scuffed by Wild straight into the arms of
Duffy
Michael
just made
McGovern.
up the ground, didn't he, in the end?
Well, Duffy was a bit slow getting back there. He has this 10 minutes in every game where he just seems to lose concentration. Miller knocks it over the top. Back goes Bocanegra. Alexander uses Goyan. Midway through the second half. Quarter of the game to go. Falkirk 1, Rangers 0. Wide it goes to Lafferty. Back to Whittaker. McCulloch inside. Sasa Papach wide on this. Uses Wild. Miller steps over it. Pick forward to Allergy. Caught sleeping. Sybil slips. Allows Whittaker to pick it up. Good play from youngster though. Gets it twice. Allergy picked up by Falkirk. Back to Miller. Now Duffy. Down the line it goes to Weatherston. Chance to run.
Well, take him on,
Players
son.
ahead of him.
Into the-
Sybil peels off. In
He's
behind it goes to
offside.
Sybil.
No,
He's
he's on.
onside. Chased by Wild. Clipped to the the near post to Alexander. Showed all the composure in the world though. Didn't just slash at the ball. Took his time. Dodge waits with Lafferty. Murray Wallace is the spare man. Gets it back to McGovern. Cleared long. Aimed at Scobie. Good control from the fullback. Or wing back on this evening's. Played forward to Eldalaji. Good control. Back
He's
it
having a
goes.
great game.
Mark Miller.
There's Duffy
Then
again.
Duffy on the run. Weatherston. Peels away. Picks out Duffy. Chased by Wild. Goes on the overlap. Played into the near post. Eldalaji almost got there again ahead of Goyan. Miller. Wide to Duffy. Tries to work his way through.
He dived.
Brought down
He
by
dived.
Duffy. Stephen Davis. Angled ball. Lafferty gets beyond Murray Wallace. Now it's Stephen Naismith. Cleared away by Bennett for another corner. Oh, Murray Wallace slipped and then Darren Dodge didn't know where the sticker twist and he made the right decision in the end. So the 6th corner of the second half. 8th corner of the game to Rangers.
I feel sick, Andy.
20 minutes to go. Stephen Davis. Driven in. Oh, headed just over there by Goyan. Good header.
All their dangers are coming from the dead ball, though, Andy.
They haven't really created anything from open play. There was a one chance for Naismith,
Smith,
laid off by
that's been
Jelavic at the post. But apart from that,
I think the longer the game goes, the more chance you've got to take them on the counter. We've certainly got the pace with Weatherston there to do that.
McGovern aimed at El Allergy. Bocanegra wins the ball, back to Goyan. Post back to Alexander. Aimed long. Dodds does well. Going as far as Whittaker comes off his head. El Allergy, good control. Back.
Oh, referee!
Well, that has to be
That should be a red card.
yeah, yellow card for Lee McCulloch. Went
That's
over the
a
top of the ball
disgrace.
for that.
Again, it runs down the clock a little bit, though, Andy.
Farid gets up, he gets on with it. Good touch from him, just behind Jay Fulton. I thought it could have been in again.
I think he's saying to McCulloch, it's all right, mate, I'm going to score in a minute.
Mark Miller. So it's aimed at. Nodded down. Not as far as Greg Wild. Clears it downfield. Fulton lets it run for Duffy and plays it back to his goalkeeper, Michael McGovern.
He's straight down the middle now.
Drives it long, straight down the throat of Goyan. No.
You've got to aim for the big number 9 there, don't you?
Knocked wide to Lafferty. Murray Wallace closes him down. Naismith goes on a run, turns away, gets it out to Whittaker. Cross goes played in and cleared by Miller. Scobie does enough to head it out. Throw into Rangers on the far side. And for me, Mark Miller been immense all over the park. Great ball through for Duffy for the goal. Gets to it. Bocanegra wide to Papach. Closed down by Weatherston. Steps away from Weatherston. Leaves it for Davis. Whittaker again. McCulloch now. Jogs towards the penalty area. Played in. Headed clear, only as far as McCulloch. Drives it past the far post. Well, headed clear by Murray Wallace, only as far as Lee McCulloch. Had to get out of his feet quickly. Snatched at the shot and drove it past Michael McGovern's right hand post, right in front of the Rangers fans. They've gone surprisingly quiet, Tony.
I'm not surprised, but there's a long way to go in this game yet, Andy. I mean, I think we just need to keep it tight now, because we will get another chance.
McGovern, aimed at El Allergy, beats McCulloch in the air. Papach lets it run out. Bocanegra, back to Papach. Bocanegra again. Goyan. Back to retreat the Falkirk players. 4 and 5. Dodge just sweeps behind Papach. Weatherston down the line. Oh, good switch inside to Wild. Forces him in field though. Hold the line, Falkirk. Now McCulloch. Whittaker out on that far side. Out goes Scobie. Back inside to McCulloch. To Wild. Short pass knocked to Papach by Naismith. Comes inside Duffy. Keeps going. Plays the ball in. Gets it back. Again played in. Murray Wallace flicks it on by Sibbald. David Weatherston. El Allergy. 2 against 2. Sibbald breaking on the far side. Up to the edge of the area. Clipped in towards El Allergy. Great header! Perfect ball by Craig Sibbald. Perfect header by Allergy.
Oh my
Falkirk
God!
2, Rangers 0.
I cannot believe that! That is just simply amazing, Andy! The fans are just about on the park!
Well, again, Craig Sibbald showing a maturity beyond his years. He took the ball wide on that left-hand side. He took his time, he looked up, he played the perfect ball to the far post, where once again, Farid El Allergy
10 goals in 10 games, Andy.
nodded it into the back of the net, as Tony says, to make it 10 goals in 10 games. But more importantly, it makes it Falkirk 2, Rangers 0. It's a stunning strike. Rangers got it all to do. Whittaker gets it to Lafferty, heads it clear. Fulton, again, didn't need to panic.
Next
The
5
drops of
minutes,
McCullough.
just settle it down now.
Wide to Papach. 15 minutes to go. Wild plays it in. Jelic gets his head to it. Scobie clears. Drops behind everybody to Papach, who's slow getting back, but he's offside.
That'll do it. Run it down.
Falkirk 2, Rangers 0.
Told you we need another one, Andy. I told you. Crowd in full voice now, Andy.
Certainly are. Michael McGovern drives it long. Goyan wins it, it's Allergy. Weatherston quickly onto it. Finds Duffy with a back heel, played in early. Not cleared by Goyan. Final clearance by Bocanegra.
He's falling all the way, well done,
Jelic
Reece.
and Bennett. Bennett.
It's the other way, referee!
Yellow card for Bennett for kicking the ball away.
The
I think
other
it's
way,
unlucky.
Andy. It's the other way. Jelic is all over him there.
Stephen Davis, chance to put this again into the Falkirk penalty area. Bennett yellow carded. I thought he was very unlucky there. That was 6 and 2 threes. Blair Alston about to enter the fray. Played in, headed clear by Fulton. Naismith chases with Wallace. Well, Wallace misses it, but no damage done as Mark Miller clears it out. Naismith complaining.
I think there's a,
Referee
bit
not
of,
interested.
there's a bit of a party going on in the Farid household by the looks of the shout box, Andy.
Well, can he make it a hat trick?
Wonder what odds you get in that.
The last player to score 2 goals against Rangers was Richard Cadet. And what a 2 goals that was. Again in the League Cup, this time at Ibrox. And what was Brian Laudrup's first game for Rangers, and he scored the equalising goal before. Naismith drops it. McCullough. Again, Falkirk defend well, dodge out quickly. Another corner for Rangers.
Great play with Sibbald for the goal though, wasn't it? A great ball hung up to the back post. Took a touch, steadied himself.
Just took
swings
his time.
over.
Yeah, picked
Brilliant.
out the player he wanted, put it in the perfect area over the goalkeeper, said to his striker, attack that, and he did exactly that. But it's Rangers on the attack. Stephen Davis clips it in. Nodded wide, now Duffy will collect it. Weatherston ahead of him. Chased by Bocanegra. Gets into Weatherston. Knocked back out to Duffy, just overhit though.
Tell you what, we're trying to play football though, aren't we, Andy?
Good play though by Falkirk. Duffy's quick, but he's not that quick. Bocanegra. Jelic looking to play on the shoulder of the defenders. Naismith goes on a run. Nods it inside to Jelic, but Murray Wallace just clears it right down to El Allergy, nods it on. That'll run out for a throw in to Rangers. In fact, Bocanegra picks it up just inside the line. Back to his goalkeeper. Now it's wide to Goyan, out to Whittaker, back to Goyan. Diagonal ball aimed at Bennett, picks it up, clears it only as far as Naismith. Fulton knocks it long. El Allergy does well, holds it up, plays it inside. Mark Miller, Weatherston on the run. Weatherston gets it. Driven off Bocanegra, corner to Falkirk, second corner of the second half. Great break, Tony.
Great break. I'm laughing at all the empty seats in the Falkirk end where the Rangers fans have left. Thanks for your money now, off you go. No, great break again. And I think you'll see that as the game goes on, Andy, with the pace of Weatherston. Mark Miller has been phenomenal tonight.
Mark Miller, clip to the near post. Headed up to the back post though. Murray Wallace waits. Headed clear though. Now Naismith takes it back towards his own goal. Uses Davis. Duffy waits with Jelic. Does enough just to nudge him off it.
Wake up, Reese.
Cleared into midfield. Dodds gets it again. Now Bocanegra. It's Papach. Falkirk panicking really when he didn't have to there, but now it's Wild. Curled in, headed clear by Duffy.
That's inexperience though, isn't it, Andy?
McCulloch knocks it wide to Davis. Now Whittaker. Davis inside him. Picks out Naismith. Flipped over the top. Knocked down. Now Wild, wide. Steps inside. Getting Duffy there to clear. Good defending from Falkirk. Bennett lost it, but Duffy was there.
There's always that extra man.
Change for Falkirk. Blair Alston coming on.
Who do you think? J. Fulton or Sibbald? Weatherston? One of the two, I don't know. Weatherston. He's had a good game. Just not ready for a 90 minutes on a Saturday and 90 minutes this tempo during the week was a good game.
So Blair Alston coming on for David Weatherston. Is that another fine game? Just to shore up the midfield.
He's given everything, hasn't he, Andy?
10 minutes to go here. Falkirk 2, Rangers 0. Sasa Papach, the ball in his hands. Wild down the line. Stephen Davis. Beaten to it by Alston. Duffy played in behind him to Wild though. Whipped into the far post. Played back by and cleared by Alston, only as far as Papach. That really was a danger one for the Bairns. Papach looking for options. He really doesn't have any. He has to go across field to Goyan. Back to Papach. Puts out McCulloch. Quickly closed down by Sibbald. Uses Whittaker on that far right hand side. Driven in. Bennett gets his body to it and cleared by Mark Miller. A throw into Rangers on this near side. Papach picks out Davis. Back he goes to Bocanegra. Rangers forced back by the Falkirk defence. Massively disciplined performance. Bennett misses it, drops over his head and out for a by kick to Falkirk.
I want to go now, Andy. That's what everybody wants to know at home.
It's 9 minutes to go here. 9 minutes to go, plus any time added on. There was a couple of injuries, one to Alaji, so you can say it's 10 minutes to go. A lot of the Rangers fans drifting away now. They see this as a done deal for Falkirk. But you're never more dangerous, Rangers, when they're behind. Driven forward by McGovern. Alaji there above McCulloch. Whittaker clears it into midfield, goes beyond everybody. Naismith picks up the loose ball. Tripped there by Mark Miller. Expect that'll be a yellow card.
Had to break the play up a little bit, Andy. We're running the clock down there, isn't it?
Yellow card for Mark Miller. Stephen Davis. More defending for Falkirk to do. Clipped in. Aimed at Bocanegra. It comes off Goyan. Oh, good game of Goyan.
That was Goyan.
What Dot says.
This is where they've been really dangerous all night, Andy, hasn't it? Been the dead ball from the corner kick.
Brian Winter gave that one. It's a free kick. Greg Wild again sends it into the mix. Nodded cleared by Duffy though. Clipped back into the middle. Headed to the back of the net. I don't know who scored that one. I think it was Goyan that scored that one.
It's going to be a long 8 minutes, Andy.
Well, one back for Rangers.
They're going to have to score 3 to put us out though. The Falkirk fans are getting behind their team now.
That was Goyan that did score that one. Miller. Fulton. Gives it to Alston. Now to Duffy. Clip forward. Bocanegra waits. Alston and Miller run into each other. McCulloch turns away. Goyan. Now Davis. Again played to Naismith, the creator here. Now Papach. Driven in. Cleared by Dodds. Picked up by McCulloch. Davis wide. Cross goes Sibbald. Tries to fancy, finds Whittaker. The good play from Falkirk. Now Tam Scobie, chance to break.
And Scobie right in the
Only
corner.
Allergy up ahead of him.
You have to go yourself,
Steals
big
away.
man.
Tries to pick out Allergy. Not the best of balls from Scobie though.
He didn't even make that pass, Andy. He should have taken it into the corner.
Rolled out to Papach. Played in behind for Kyle Lafferty. He's onside. Played cross field. Whittaker. Played over by Whittaker.
We got out of
Tried
jail
to chip it to the far post. But once again, Rhys Bennett caught ball watching. He thought he was offside. You've
not
got
had a
to play
good
to
game,
the
has he?
whistle.
Stephen Presley's giving him dogs abuse there. Telling him to come on. You can see why Wallace is keeping him out.
Man of the match by no stretch of the imagination. I've no doubt you'll find this one difficult to believe. But the man of the match is Farid El Allergy for his 2 goals here. Can Falkirk hang on? 5 minutes to go. McGovern. Drops over his head. Bocanegra just lets it run. Back to Alexander. Now it's Whittaker. A chance to equalise just seconds ago. Flipped long. Bennett gets his head to it this time. McCulloch. Back to Bocanegra. Wide to Papach. Steps inside Alston. Uses Whittaker. Good tackle from Scobie.
There's a foul, ref.
Thrown to Falkirk.
Well done. I think we're going to need to score again, Andy.
4 minutes to go here. Plus time added on. Falkirk 2, Rangers 1. Same scoreline as the one at Ibrox when Richard Cadet scored both the goals. Again in the League Cup.
I think you're about to see
Naismith nods it inside.
Dale Fulton.
Alston just clears it up in the air. Go in, gets it to Naismith. Murray Wallace takes the safety first route. Whittaker picks out Davis, back to Whittaker. Now McCulloch. Square it goes to Papach. Also gets a foot in. McCulloch steps away from Fulton. Back out it goes to Whittaker. Play to the far post.
Foul on the keeper.
Well, comedy of errors there. McGovern dropped it twice. And eventually a block on the line. Wild plays it in. And headed to the back of the net by Jelavic. Right in the back of the net by Jelavic. That makes it 2-2.
I thought that was a foul on the keeper.
Well, McGovern had it in his hands twice. He should have kept it in his hands twice. He failed to do so when the ball was played to the back post. Jelavic headed it in. So with 3 minutes to go, it's Falkirk 2, Rangers 2. Well, they've only really got themselves to blame. Falkirk played inside to Sibbald. Tried to knock it in for El Allergy. He's offside though.
Farid scored again, Andy.
Well, that was one that really Michael McGovern had a number of chances to grab it. He couldn't do it.
I thought he was fouled on the first one, Andy.
Stephen Davis, well to Whittaker. Inside it comes to Davis. Not wide to Papach. Cross comes Alston. Gives his Wild. Inside it goes to McCulloch. Now Davis. Back it goes to Goyan. It's wide to Papach. Chance to play it in the edge of the area. Duffy's there to clear though. Be picked up by Goyan. Square it comes to Boccanegra. Flipped over the top, aimed at Lafferty. Molly Wallace gets there, knocks it out, but it doesn't run out. Picked up by Whittaker.
We've just run out of steam, Andy, haven't we?
Back to Davis. Clipped in.
I'd take him off, by the
Well,
way.
again, Murray Wallace just falls.
It's not
corner
Reece
to
Bennett
Rangers.
fell. Reece Bennett's having a nightmare at the back.
Another chance for them, and that's where they've been dangerous from set pieces. Greg Wild clips it in. Played by the post though by Jelavic. McGovern. Headed on. Miller. Just knocks up in the air. Allergy waits with Goyan. Gets his head to it, but no one there. Now Whittaker. Into the final minute of normal time. Chance for Lafferty to break. Plays a pull ball, but gets it back. And now Lafferty steps inside. Driven in. Dodge clears. Sibbald. Corrects his own clearance. Clears it downfield. Boccanegra chases. Del Allergy goes back to Alexander. That's the 90 minutes come and gone. Into time added on now. Goyan. Driven forward, aimed at Jelavic. Gets his head to it. McGovern takes control of the situation. Pity hadn't done so 4 minutes, but we are where we are, 2 each. We're into time added on for stoppages. Third long. Goyan waits. Ball down, Sibbald quickly onto it, steps inside. Driven against Boccanegra though. Drops out for Stephen Davis. Falkirk need to just recover. Davis steps inside, gives it to Papach. Knocks it to McCulloch. McCulloch chased down by Sibbald. Now Whittaker. Clipped in. Duffy there, nods it out, only as far as Whittaker. 3 minutes of time added on. Now Papach. Davis. Square it goes to McCulloch. Chased by Sibbald. Free kick. Well, that's a mismatch, Sibbald on McCulloch, but well.
Just tire legs, I think, from Sibbald there, isn't he? He's had a good game though, hasn't he? He's not looked out of place, has he, at all?
Certainly hasn't. Chance again for Rangers. Stephen Davis. Clipped in. Boccanegra gets his head to it. By a kick for Falkirk. Oh, it's a real shame for the Bairns. Scored 2 fantastic goals. Let 2 late ones in. One in the 83rd minute. And then again in the 87th minute to bring Rangers level. But really, whatever happens in this game, they really have displayed fantastic resilience tonight. Flipped over the top, aimed at Jelavic. Steps inside Murray Wallace. Now Stephen Davis. Flipped over the top. Greg Wild. Peels off Lafferty. Steps away. Back goes to Papach. Back to Lafferty. Played in. Again, everybody stands back and waits until Michael McGovern grasps it. 2 minutes of time added on gone. 1 to go. McGovern drives it long. Allergy holds off Boccanegra. Nodded out, throw into Falkirk. There's our one last chance for Falkirk to grab the winner. Alston leaves it for Duffy. Miller. Duffy. And it goes to Alston. Square to Sibbald. Yeah, free kick.
Get him in the
brought
book,
down by
referee! In
Naismith.
the book!
Well, there's one last
That's a
chance for
booking me,
Falkirk.
Andy, all the way. It's Farid getting them
Ball
going.
thrown away there by Goyan. He booked Bennett for kicking the ball away. Is there one last chance for Falkirk? Sibbald really struggling. Obviously got cramp. Mark
He's giving
Miller.
everything, hasn't he?
Well, we're almost at the time added on. This should be the last effort of this match. Can Mark Miller make it a crowning evening for the Bairns? Certainly has got the ability. Tries it. Get to the back! Goal for Falkirk right in the last minute. Mark Miller scores right in the last minute for Falkirk.
Oh, Kirk! Oh, that is amazing! In all the years we've been at the stadium, Andy, this is the best victory, bar none! Bar none!
Absolutely, a fantastic day for the Bairns. Right in the last minute, Miller, when you had the skill, could he put it in the top corner? Well, that's exactly what he did.
Now can we
Just
hold
a time
on?
to kick off.
Must be time up, ref.
Played forward. Nodded down. McGovern cleared away from Scobie. Throw into Rangers. Falkirk only got seconds to hang on here. Back it goes to Whittaker. Over the top to Lafferty. Comes inside Jay Fulton. Played into the near post. Headed cleared by Dodds.
That's time
Picked
up.
up by Wild. Again cleared by Dodds. And that's it! A fabulous victory for the Bairns.
It doesn't get better than that, Andy.
Falkirk 3, Rangers 2. If you weren't here at the Falkirk Stadium tonight, you just wouldn't have believed it. After a good performance in the first half, where Falkirk kept out Rangers, they took the lead after 56 minutes. When the ball was played beyond Mark Miller, in behind for Kieran Duffy, he played the ball to the far post, and there was Farid El Alaji to head it into the back of the net. Rangers came right back at Falkirk, and Naismith came on to replace Bedoya on the hour mark. Then Farid was yellow carded after 66 minutes, and McCulloch after 70 minutes. And then after 74 minutes, ball was played, Falkirk went on the break, played the ball to the left hand side.
Farid's brother.
Played the ball to the left hand side, where Craig Sibbald picked it up. He showed all the composure in the world to take it wide. He played it to the far post, and Farid El Alaji headed into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to the Bairns. Could they hold on? Well, they almost managed it, but in the 83rd minute, a corner was headed in by Goyan to make it 2-1. 4 minutes later, some slack defending by Falkirk. Michael McGovern could have had the ball twice in his hands. He dropped it, and when it was played to the far post, there was Jelovic to head it into the back of the net, but Falkirk weren't finished. Again they attacked, again they played the ball into the centre, and in the 90th minute, Craig Sibbald was fouled by Naismith 20 yards out. Up stepped Mark Miller, and he sent a fantastic right foot shot into the top corner past Neil Alexander. And that means that Falkirk put out the holders and the current Scottish Premier League champions. What a night here at the Falkirk Stadium. What a team Stephen Presley has. And what a player we have in Farid El Alaji. Well, Tony, have you ever known a better night?
In a word, no. That, Andy, was simply sensational. You wait your entire life as a Falkirk supporter for a victory like that over one of the old firm. 2-0 up, they bring it back to 2 each. You think your chance is gone. No, this team, Andy, no way. Sensational.
So there we are. They well deserved it. They thoroughly deserved the victory. They were 2-0 up. They panicked a bit in the last 10 minutes, but they managed to get the final goal in the last minute. That's meant it was beyond Rangers. So a good game from Falkirk once again. And this young team, just A, never know when they're beaten, and B, are full of packed of absolute potential stars, Tony.
Well, I have to tell you, if you looked at Jay Fulton and the boy Sibbald, and then you were a total neutral and you knew nothing about football, didn't know about the teams, you would have picked them to be the Scotland internationals because they were sensational. They bossed Wee McCulloch round the park. First class, especially the second goal. Sibbald, tired legs, takes a touch, swings it to the back post, and the big man's up and it's in.
Well, there'll be a lot of players, a lot of coaches and managers looking at players in this club. And by the way, they deserve to be looked at because that was a phenomenal performance. It was a disciplined performance in the first half. They frustrated Rangers, they defended in depth. But when they wanted to break, they broke in the second half. Scored 2 marvellous goals. Kieran Duffy, yet again the architect of the first one. And Craig Sibbald, the architect of the second one. 2 goals from Farid El Alaji. Back came Rangers. A header from a corner where always looked vulnerable during the game. And then after a bit of basketball in the Falkirk penalty area where Michael McGovern could have had the ball twice, it was Jelic who scored. You thought Rangers would go on and win this game? Not so. Back again came Falkirk. In the 90th minute, down went Craig Sibbald, followed by Stephen Naismith. Up stepped Mark Miller into the top corner, and the rest, as they say, was history. So join us again on the Falkirk Football Programme Live on Saturday when we'll be at Capello to play Morton. But the final score for all Bairns fans everywhere, an absolutely marvellous result here. Falkirk 3, Rangers 2.